we're a work in progress. We're getting better. We're getting fitter, stronger.
Yeah, it's another big night of live football right here on TalkSport from 8 p.m. You can hear the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup as Everton entertain Manchester United. And, of course, me and him take calls on the back of it. In a moment, we'll speak to Adam McCullough from the Stretford Paddock podcast to get his views on United. Let's concentrate on Everton as we can say hello and good morning to, from the Toffee Blues podcast, Terry McAllister joins us. Hello, Terry. Good morning to you.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, lad. You okay?
I'm good. I'm very well. How are you? Are you excited about this game?
Yeah, I am. Very excited. I'm excited for every game at the minute. Feeling good.
Do you think that Everton will go into this with as close to a full-strength side as possible then?
I would imagine so. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of rotation, isn't there, because of the schedule. But you're likely to see like Seamus Coleman come back in and maybe one or two others, but probably not mass changes like you might see from Man United.
So I think we've seen, not just this season, but last season as well, how important Richarlison is and the games that he's missed. Clearly there's been a different performance and different results since he's come back. There's been a real turnaround of results and, of course, performances.
Yeah, definitely. There was a stat that came out when he first got suspended that since he's signed, we haven't actually won a game where he hasn't played since we've had him. And unfortunately, when he was suspended for the 3 games, we didn't correct that. But since he's come back into the team, we started winning again, and things started to look a little bit better. So that's how important he is. Typically, if we don't have him, we don't win. Do
you think he's the difference? Because you started the season absolutely flying, then you took a bit of a dip, and then you come into this match on the back of, 3 straight wins? That's taking you up to 4th. So is that the main reason, or are there other factors involved, do you think?
It's one of the reasons. It's to be honest, I think we struggled to adapt with injuries at first, even whether it was or suspensions, whether it was Richarlison or whether it was one or two others like James or now it's Luca Dean. But we've sort of stumbled upon this system playing the centre backs of fullback, Holgate and Godfrey, and it's worked because they're so quick and decent on the ball. So I just think it was an adjustment period. We took a few games to get our heads around not having our full-strength team because we haven't got a lot of quality in depth, really.
I have to say I've been impressed with Godfrey since he signed. We saw him last season at Norwich, and he was always one of those players you felt was going to move on once they got relegated. But he's been one of the standout players for me. Been outstanding.
Oh, he's been great. He's absolutely great. He's built like a fruit machine, so he's massive.
That's a great description.
He is. He's got some shoulders on him, hasn't he?
That's a great description.
But add to that, he's also got a bit of the afterburners on in his heels, so he's got a really good turn of pace. So he's got everything physically. And what I didn't know until I started seeing him play a few games was he seems to love defending. He likes getting stuck in and clearances off the line and going in for 50-50s and 50-50s with his pace are like 60-40s to him.
Mm. How important is this game to Everton? Is it more important, do you think, the win for Everton than it is United?
Oh yeah, definitely, because Man United, they're the ones in the best position to make a title challenge, whether it materialises or not. They've got to go all in on the Premier League now because it's there for them. I don't think Everton are going to be in a title race per se, but we've got to scratch that trophy itch, whereas Man United have got different concerns. So I think it's a much bigger game for us than them.
The final, of course, has now been pushed back so that fans, and let's pray, of course, fingers crossed, that we'll be seeing fans back in. We'll go and see that. I'm guessing you guys must be incredibly grateful that actually that is going to be the case.
Well, fingers crossed. We obviously know how fluid things are with fans in stadiums and what have you, but anything they can do to increase the likelihood of fans getting in for any set of fans, not just, if Everton get there, it'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? But if say Everton do get there, I'd much prefer if we got at least some fans in the ground to see it.
Terry, listen, thanks for coming on. Before I let you go, that game live on TalkSport, as I said, from 8 p.m. tonight, and then we take calls on the back of it. Terry McAllister from the Toffee Blues podcast, what will the score be?
2-1 Everton.
2-1 Everton. Okay, thanks for coming on. I hope you lose. Cheers, Terry.
Cheers, Terry.
Cheers, lads. Have a good night.
Thanks, man. There you go. That's Terry's view.